Hi, now I'm going to show you how to build your first Lookahead that's connected to your master schedule. From the master schedule module, you'll go one layer down to our Lookahead module. When the page loads, you should see a activities filter on the left side with the list of activities on the right. From the beginning, it will be set to show the next 4 weeks. You can always adjust that to 8 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever you need to see, and apply that filter. And that will then bring those activities into your Lookahead workspace. I can turn off this area. I can always turn it back on to add more activities. And then from here, it's as simple as adding additional tasks to my activities. So I can't change my start or my end date. I can't change my durations, but I can add a level of detail here. So when it comes to my footings, I can start working on my layout. Then I can do my install area 1 and install area 2. From here, I can put in a duration, and then I can easily drag these items around. I can assign a responsible company. I can assign a responsible user, and I can even color these by company. What's really nice, as I'm managing my Lookahead, where this really becomes valuable is the fact that I can walk the field with my iPad, go back into the job trailer on my laptop, and start progressing these. So once my layout's at 100%, it will automatically feed into our master schedule and show us we're at 16%. Once I make this 50, again, it'll feed that progress up into our master schedule. Once I've identified maybe a constraint or a roadblock that's going to prevent me from working in area 2, I can do this on my iPad or do this here. I can click my roadblocks button. That will then allow me to say I've got an environmental issue. We've got unsuitable soil. I can assign that to a specific user, let them know when we need that resolved before it impacts our work, and create that roadblock. That's going to be visualized here in my Gantt chart. I can see it here in red. I can see a list here in my column. To manage my roadblocks, I can go to my roadblocks tool. This is going to show me all of my removed roadblocks, my open roadblocks, any expired. So those are items that we've passed the due date. And I even have draft roadblocks if I have my Procore account connected to Outbuild. I can see my RFI here. I can click on it and even open it. But also, I need to adjust my schedule if this is going to push beyond that initial 5 days. So maybe it's going to push into the next week, and it's even going to take some additional time. So it's going to take 2 weeks due to that unsuitable soil. And as you might notice, I've got an end date in my schedule of the 14th, and then I've got an end date of my task of the 17th. And it's important that I'm able to show that actual plan, but I also need to communicate that back to my master schedule. So from here, it's going to prompt me to send a modification request, and I can ask for additional time for unsuitable soil condition. And I'll send that request. And what's nice is my project manager can see that in the master schedule, evaluate how that impacts our master schedule, and if we can approve that change. From here, I can now see my modification request. It's listed here on the right side. We're going to go from 16 to 18 days. We're currently 4 days ahead of schedule, and as soon as I hit preview, you can see that bump out, and now we're just 1 day ahead of schedule, and it impacts everything else following my logic. I can simply reject or approve that. If I approve that, it will then make that change here to my master schedule and be reflected within my Lookahead. So now that we've gone over how to create tasks, update progress, assign roadblocks, and ask for additional time, we also want to show you how to print out your look ahead so that you can share it with team members. Instead of building out an Excel sheet week after week, having to adjust it, taking hours of time, you simply hit download options, PDF, select the date, and export. With just 3 clicks, I've now created an exportable that I can use to share with my team. I can see my schedule activity, I can see my look ahead tasks, I can see the companies assigned, I can see crew sizes, and I can see if I have any roadblocks. So now I can very easily communicate this with my team, either by hanging it up on the job site, emailing it out to project managers or superintendents, and continuing to manage my work through the look ahead. In our next videos, we'll go over how to use these tools in greater depth.